Hassan called out Asmongold. It didn't end well by ref says desu. We'll jump in. What did Hassan dog abuse Piker do? Let's see. Hey,
what's up guys, Riff here. So today we enter day 4 of what's been dubbed as Collargate, where Hassan Piker has been accused of using
Collargate. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is straight up amazing. Collargate. Wow. Collargate is peak. And we'll keep that. I'll keep that. Collargate is peak. That is a peak. That is absolute peak. That is amazing. That is amazing.
A shock collar on his dog, Kaya, and really, his defense of this...
Yeah, his defense was not getting better. I can imagine that. Look at that. Look at that like-dislike ratio. Diabolical.
Situation has been, well, not well received. As you can see, his YouTube video defending himself has a less than 50-50 like to dislike ratio. And guys, I've been on YouTube a very long time, and I'm hated by a lot of people. Okay, I'm a very controversial person, but I've never had a ratio like this on YouTube. So I think that is really saying something. But yeah, there's been a lot of memes, okay? Hassan is basically...
Stupid dog, you make me look bad, roasted. That is crazy. The memes that come out of this are amazing, by the way. By the way, also Cenk, Hassan's uncle, tried to call out Asmongold. Not that serious, but still. Yeah, Cenk is also very special. A special case, for sure. I think also Metatron made a video about Cenk
being accused of shocking his dog Kaya because she simply moved away from her bed after hours of being planted on stream as a sort of prop. It's very weird. But of course, I guess Hassan dialed up his uncle Cenk from the Young Turks and said, hey, give me defense, man.
That's crazy. Bro. Just take the L, man. Just take the L at this point. Just take it. I know you never will, but just take it at this point. Bro can't even fight on his own anymore. It's just so stupid. This guy's just so... Both of these are just absolute stupid.
Please defend me from these evil right-wingers like Asmongold.
Now this brother comes along. I don't know who Assman is. I mean, people say maybe that he's got a following, but I've never heard of him, right? And his brother and his co-conspirator Jägermeister or whatever, right? But this guy's talking about, oh yeah, run over protesters. I don't mind it, he said.
So you go on, I'm assuming this is TV. So you go on TV. You don't know who you're talking about. And you go on TV. These people are just absolute troglodytes at this point. What? You can't go on TV and just like spout absolute nonsense, because I can almost guarantee you that that this is out of context.
You don't mind extreme violence, running over somebody with a car, okay? But you know what? Why don't we instead arrest them for exercising one of the most fundamental American rights, freedom of speech? The one, remember, that you guys all pretended you were in favor of? I know some of them meant it, but apparently a lot of them, including Assman and Jägermeister, didn't mean it. They thought, oh, freedom of speech for me, to say that maybe you should be murdered or be made my slave. My freedom of speech, good. And by the way, I wouldn't cancel that. I don't mind him saying the terrible things that he says. Now we know who he is. So, and I'm not afraid of his speech. I'm not afraid that the majority of Americans are going to look at that and go, oh yeah, well, I think we should, instead of having freedom of speech, if anyone exercises freedom of speech in a way that I don't like politically, we should arrest them, take away all their rights, make sure they can't vote, and then turn them into slaves.
I can almost promise that's not what he said. I can almost promise that's not what he said. This is absolutely out of context.
No, 98% of Americans are going to be against that. But Assman thinks that's a great idea. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm for freedom of speech, unless it's left-wingers. How dare they protest our government? Let's take away all their rights. Did you see what he said? That make sure they can't ever vote again. And I don't know if his followers were like, what an idiot. We said freedom of speech, dumbass, okay? Or if they're like, yeah, we.
This is just like, oh my god, what a face. Look at what the. This is like a great reaction meme, I must say. Like, look at the face this man does. Jägermeister, why you think he called Asmongold that? I have a theory. Well, that's a drink. That's alcohol. Here in Germany, at least. I don't know. Wait, is this like some like hidden messaging of like calling him a Nazi? Because I know Jägermeister is alcoholic drink. I know that.
Hate freedom of speech now that we're in charge.
And it's German. I don't know, these old people need a life, like a real one. What the fuck is that face?
Let's turn them into slaves. Are 13 people watching that show? Who would like that kind of monstrously un-American piece of crap like that?
Damn.
Who doesn't believe in America at all.
I mean, I don't consume content like this. I can't imagine that Asmongold, whatever his name is, I can't imagine that he is watching this show right now either.
So as you can see, Jank is trying to big league what he describes as assmen, Asmongold, of course, and it's very ironic that this guy is trying to act like, well, as Hassan's uncle, acting like Asmongold is doing something that is so offensive and so dangerous. And yet, this guy, make no mistake, this guy right here will not. He refuses to reel in his own nephew, Hassan Piker. He won't do it.
Well, he can, like, since he doesn't know who Asmongold is, he can only get the information he has from Hassan. Like, that's the only place he could get it from. Absolutely.
He has plenty of energy for people like Asmongold, but he won't reel in his own nephew. Words are nice, man. You can call out political violence and say it's wrong, and say, hey guys, let's tone down the rhetoric, but you don't have this energy for your own nephew. We don't believe what—
Yeah, like Destiny being like, let's tone down the rhetoric, let's tone down, let's all cool off. Well, your site needs to do that too, though.
what you're saying because of that right there. But this guy, he tries to big league Asmongold. And as they scroll down in this clip, he had like 3,000 live viewers on the Young Turks. I was watching this clip on Side Scrollers. I was a guest yesterday, and we had more.
I watched that. Pretty good, pretty good. That was pretty good. Him and his wife pulling up to Side Scrollers. That was cool. That was cool. Very interesting to see.
Live viewers than the Young Turks. That's a bit weird. The only difference is they make tens of millions of dollars. Make it make sense. But there's something very odd about this situation, how they're trying so hard to downplay the influence of people like Asmongold. But, of course, some people had commentary about this situation, including Tectone saying, no way Hassan tattled on Asmon to his animal R-wording uncle. What the F? And it's a Gundam saying, guess Hassan complained to his uncle again.
It appears to be the case.
Yeah, there's a clip of Jank, Hassan's uncle, that just doesn't look great.
I believe that if I were the ruler, the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, you are pleasuring the animal.
Okay. I guess they have a lot of, what's the word? They have a lot of, what's the word? For some odd reason, we're talking a lot about, that's very interesting. How there's some connections to animals here, apparently.
But of course, many people have been criticizing Hassan over the past couple of days, especially after the shock collar incident, including people like Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, aka Charlie, who had this video where he was very bold about his criticism of Hassan Piker. Now, Hassan has come out with many responses where he's extremely upset with people like Moist Critical for daring to criticize him, and he says, except Moist Critical, streamers are really terrified of saying something. Yeah, well, dude, they're very terrified of saying something because this is what happens. They will be crucified by you and your unhinged community if they dare to say anything negative about you.
It's really sad because even streamers I thought you were friends with are saying you 100%.
The thing is, once somebody talks negative about him, his community loves to brigade them, right? That's just simply, what's the word? It's just simply that he crashes out, and then his little brigade starts like coming to like people, right? That happened to Moist Critical recently, right? Penguin Zero, whatever you want to call them. It's like that simple. He's just like that.
Did this? Who? Moist Critical? Is that who you're talking about? With the exception of him, I don't think any streamers are either legitimately terrified. Streamers are either legitimately terrified of saying something, or like all of the people that have been around. All the people that have been around me are like, or have been around Kaya and myself, are looking at this being like, this is the most insane thing of all time.
Is it that, or is it the reason that you're friends with them and they wouldn't speak out on you, right? Because they're like your yes men. Like Anissa immediately jumped into defense faster than she does for her cuck husband. At this point, I don't know.
They keep fucking texting me, being like, Dean So Cool did today. Wait, what did he say? I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's also crazy knowing how much fundraising and charity you've done for local animal shelters. I know.
Well, it wouldn't be a Hassan Piker video without an appearance from his big...
Oh no. Chat, I still have the theory that he cracked Anissa. I cannot prove it, but I'm certain. What are the chances that iDubbbz watched?
Biggest sycophant iDubbbz. So besides getting ratioed in every single video he uploads on YouTube, iDubbbz has been doing his best to defend his favorite content creator, Hassan. And he's been doing his best. In his recent stream, he went out of his way to very strongly defend Hassan Piker and confirm. I haven't seen the evidence personally, but iDubbbz has the very personal evidence where he can confidently confirm that Hassan is innocent and everyone going after him, they're wrong, according to this guy.
No, it wasn't confirmed, Hill Kid. It was confirmed that it was a vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar, not even that he used it.
Oh yeah. See, we have used vibration collars before. One time for a dog. One time only. And I can tell you, a dog does not yelp in pain when using a vibration collar. That's just not... Maybe you are wearing that vibration collar. Maybe you're just like confusing it, right? Maybe you are using it for interesting purposes. But sorry, no.
That's just what the dog has. Oh, thank you so much, Known Risk. Known Risk says, sometimes I worry about being online too much, but looking at all of this shit and realizing I never felt the need to have a parasocial online nemesis tells me I'm probably okay. Thanks for acting like a normal dude, Ian. Known Risk, it's hard. I'm trying, but again, by engaging in it, you are automatically not being a very normal person. No, it wasn't confirmed Hill Kid.
You're not normal. You're not normal to begin with. What are you talking about?
There's no. It was confirmed that it was a vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar.
I don't believe you. I do not believe you.
Also, who confirmed it? Who confirmed it? The problem is that I'm just not, like, gonna believe people that are, like, friends with Hassan. I'm just not going to. Because you're all not horrible people. Get a vet. Get a vet. Get an independent vet to analyze what's going on. How about that? A vet would understand, very likely, what's going on.
Mr. iDubbbz, you have proven yourself to be someone I cannot believe. I don't believe you. You are not trustworthy whatsoever. And apparently this guy's coming out with a content cop on someone in the coming days and weeks. It doesn't work anymore, man. Nobody trusts you anymore.
He comes out with a... Does he want to... Isn't he currently still losing subs from, like, the last disaster? Also, is the intro also going to be as creepy again? Because then I'm not going to watch. If his intro starts being, like the one with, like, wake up, Ethan. Like, that weird thing. Bro, hopefully not.
More. You are a bad faith actor, but...
Like the last content cop literally was absolutely fucking useless. Straight up. It just was. It did more damage than anything in this man's career. Bro, we all know what's going on. Yeah. I wonder who the content cop is going to be on. Would it be Asmongold? Would it be The question is... We can theorize who the one is that the content cop is going to be made on. There's many people where that could be, right? Interestingly enough. Like, obviously, Ref, Asmongold, Tectone, like these people, right? They're all there. There's probably more. I don't know. Who would he make it on?
Nobody else believes Hassan. iDubbbz can try all he wants, but nobody believes this guy. Nobody believes the story he is trying to spin, where he's saying this. First of all, he said there was no shock collar involved. Kaya simply tripped and, I guess, stubbed their nail, and that's why they yelped. And then he said, wait, hold on a second. That's not good enough. There was a collar, but it wasn't a shock collar. It was a vibrating collar. Do we believe this? Does a vibrating collar cause a dog to yelp?
No. A vibration collar does not cause a dog to yelp. I guess Nux. We're gonna like bid who it is. I mean Nux, I could see Nux certainly be the case that it could be Nux. Absolutely. Yeah. It could be Nux.
Especially given the fact that there is convincing evidence to suggest that he removed the prongs from the collar and also put electrical tape on it.
Yeah, that also. They're you could have just manipulated it at this point. If it didn't work on Ethan though, it won't work on Nux either. Like these just don't work anymore because his reputation is down the drain.
Not looking good. But of course, Asmongold had things to say about Hassan and the fact that he was glazing Charlie, aka Moist Critical, less than a week ago, but now, well, Charlie had some free thoughts. Yeah, he had free will. And now Hassan is very upset.
This is what goes for like doing commentary on the internet, is just like, oh, these are the Reddit threads from some of the most like schizophrenic people you've ever actually encountered. This is all it takes for me.
I mean, here's the thing. Hassan was glazing Charlie less than a week ago because Charlie made a video that was critical of Israel indirectly because of Israel's censorship on social media. So I don't really think that Hassan has a problem with Charlie's content. I think that Hassan has a problem that Charlie's content is involving him.
Very true. I mean, we have seen it. Has Hassan said anything against the harassment that was targeted towards Charlie? Has he said anything? I haven't heard him say anything. His subreddit being brigaded and like people calling him a right winger for some odd reason, or him like saying that he is spreading far right propaganda for some odd reason. That wasn't said. That wasn't said at all. That's the problem.
That's really it. I don't know what to say.
Did you hide the bad stuff from your friends?
Of course. I mean, logically, what about that doesn't make sense? You could say that it's not true, but like, don't be shocked that that's what somebody would say. Of course, that's what somebody would say.
I think this image really sums up everything we're dealing with. People like
Holy fuck. There's memes, dude. Holy shit, dude. Look at this. It's Ludwig being shocked with the collar. I mean, can somebody make one with Dan Clancy? Can somebody make one with Dan Clancy? Thank you.
Ludwig. The only reason they would ever come out and defend Hassan is because, well, they're being forced to. This guy has been doing tricks on it for years. And as well trained as he's been, I have not seen anything from Ludwig.
Yeah, obviously. The thing is, like, there's a lot of people who are slow. Like, it's like a slow progression of people slowly waking up to what is going on. It takes a while, I guess. He has just been so well trained that he's just not going to respond at all, because that's the best option he has.
Defending Hassan, which is really interesting, but guys, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit, like, disheveled, a little bit tired.
Yeah, you do a bit. I saw the drama on Twitter, and, like, people going on straw. I saw that. Yeah, I was like, the tone was kind of off, Dan Clancy. Well, you must shock him. Well, actually, I'm assuming it's Hassan. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. I've seen the stuff going on Twitter. That was like, the tone was off in this video. I noticed that the tone was very off. Yeah, they've been going in on his wife on Twitter for certain tweets.
Today, I've been dealing with a very interesting situation involving people trying to cancel my wife, including some VTubers and former friends who are accusing me of grooming my...
Yeah, Nyara essentially said on Twitter, conservative women are grooming victims. Interesting. My wife is my fiance is I'm saying wife, it's over. My fiance is way more conservative than I am, ironically enough, so she must be an extra successful experiment. It's like really weird. It is just so weird. It just is. I do not know what's going on here. And yeah, this is like a really controversial take. Wives should submit to their husbands, and husbands should do everything they possibly can to make their wives feel appreciated, loved, and safe. This is how you get a happy marriage. That is all. Like, it was your Sway started the live stream. Yes, I know. This was like all she posted, right? That was like all she posted. And there was no vaccine denial tweet. It was just like a weird vaccine experiment that I do not want to try out. Like, that is horrible that they're trying on people. That was all she did. Literally, that was all she did. And it was raining fire from leftist VTuber hell. It's just crazy. And it was one of those tweets where, like, what's your controversial, you know, like the scene from like Tangled, where like the male main character is like surrounded by swords, where like, what's your most controversial opinion on marriage? And that was like her post. This was her opinion, and that's it.
Adult wife and making her views more conservative, and then my wife in turn is being accused of grooming me into becoming more faithful in my religion.
What the fuck? That is crazy. That is crazy. That is insane. That's interesting. Wait, am I a grooming victim too then? God damn it, bro. Crazy work.
And then we have people like Darius down here, which we're going to talk about Darius tomorrow. Big man, as he calls me in my DMs. We're going to talk about you tomorrow, who has accused my wife of being an anti-vaxxer because she nearly died in my arms while getting a booster. A very traumatic experience that this guy said it didn't happen. He knows.
Yeah, I dodged the vaccine, chat. I dodged the vaccine because I got the couve like two or three times, and then I just like when like this whole thing went away. I just didn't get any vaccine. I'm too strong, chat.
More than me about my personal life. And
I mean, I've seen this retard a couple of times having retarded opinions, so this doesn't... I don't know who Vampy is. I guess I've seen her name once, I guess. I do not know. I've seen this guy being stupid a couple of times.
We're going to talk about his cowardly responses and deleted tweets attacking me and my wife. We're going to talk about all the people who have been harassing me and my wife for the most ridiculous reasons. But that, of course, is for tomorrow. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Well, what do we get from this? People are running defense for Hassan that he cannot defend, and he needs to bring his uncle in as well to somehow get away with this. And, well, also the slight tangent of them being harassed. Interesting. Yeah. Well, there's not much to say. Hassan is an idiot. He stays an idiot. A moron. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.